Hi, good morning. I'm here with Matthew McGowan, the Social Impact Director at StaffMark Group. Good morning. Welcome to the U.S. Veterans Magazine.
Good morning, and thank you for having me.
Absolutely. And I want to congratulate StaffMark Group for being a top veteran employer. We're so excited to feature you in our list in the 2026 Top Employer Recognition. We would love to know a little bit more about StaffMark and about you. So I want to go ahead and start with you first. If you could tell me a little bit about your background and your journey to StaffMark Group.
I'd be happy to. So, a long time ago, about 30 years, a little over, I was a young soldier coming out of the Army into the workforce and didn't really know what to expect. I struggled. I struggled for about a decade to find my niche, my space, what I wanted to do. I was for lack of a better term, communication specialist while I was in, and I had a few jobs during that time that just they weren't what I wanted. They didn't resonate. They didn't fill my bucket. So I struggled to find my career, and one day I happened to walk into a StaffMark office after I graduated college and was fortunate enough to be hired internally and have been here ever since.
That's outstanding. I know that you built an incredible program called Operation Hired. Can you share a little bit more about how that came to life and the impact it's having today?
Absolutely. There were a few of us in the organization that were veterans, and a few of us had struggled with the transition. Maybe not as long as I had, but some even longer. And we kind of put our heads together around our experiences and tried to come up with a way that we could support individuals like us who were experiencing that transition. About that time, I was referred to a group here locally in Cincinnati of different employers who were focused on hiring military, attracting military to the Cincinnati area. And through those meetings, through what we were learning from other organizations, we were able to put together a program of our own. The reason we did so was because at the time I was a skilled trades recruiter, and just like today, we were having a hard time finding people in the trades. So there was a local project called Get Skills to Work, where Cincinnati State and employers from around the area were partnering to identify veterans who wanted to make a career change and wanted to enter into manufacturing. So at one of those meetings, I was talking to one of the other smaller companies that was in attendance, and he was like, "This program's probably great for the bigger ones, but we're not seeing people from it." So I said to him, "Why don't we start our own? Let me find you the veterans. You guys train them, and we'll bring them on board." And right away, it was successful. We had some great nonprofit organizations here locally. We were able to partner with some Guard and Reserve units on job fairs, and we were able to recruit some people, place them at this client, and it was such a success that we're like, all right, how can we make this bigger? So their Operation Hired was born.
Outstanding. For veterans considering their next career move, there are many places that they can go to search and to do the transition. Why should they choose StaffMark Group, and what sets your organization a little different than others?
I think what sets our organization apart is the same reason why they should choose us, and it's the people. We have a lot of folks who are very passionate about the work they do. I often say you kind of have to have the heart of a social worker to do this work.
Yeah.
And we've got an army of them. We've got folks that are knowledgeable, passionate, and our company is, if I may say so myself, pretty innovative in the workforce solutions that we design. So I think that we have the best opportunities. I think that we offer the best support, and I think we're a great resource for those making that transition.
Excellent. What do you think are the 3 reasons employees love working at StaffMark? And just importantly, why they chose to stay? Because it's one thing to be at a company and work, but it's another thing to stay and to be there as long as you have. Can you share with us some of those reasons employees like yourself have stayed?
I think we've built a great culture at this company. Our CEO, Stacey Lane, is a bit of an innovator herself. She's always got an open ear. One of the great things here is, using Operation Hired as an example. We had an idea and the company was like, "It's a great idea. Let's do it. Let's put resources behind it. Let's build." And it's not just this program. We've had other folks design other programs. Like I say, we're very innovative because I think we do a good job of listening to the people who are doing the work and providing them with the resources they need. And that's just it's a great feeling to be a part of. I think that the culture and the opportunity that we create for our internal employees here are big drivers. And again, I think, to wrap it up, I think people just love this work. It's hard, it's messy sometimes, but you're making a difference, and you're making a difference in the communities where you live, and that's what better.
I agree. I think when you have a rewarding job, you look forward to it. And I can obviously see that because you're taking somebody who's done something great for our country and you're helping them find a job to even, better enhance their life. Being named a top veteran employer is a significant honor, and it takes a lot to get on that list. What does this recognition mean to you and to your team?
It's affirmation that we're doing this the right way.
Hmm. Hmm.
We've discussed this before. There's a lot of organizations that are happy to slap a "Hey, we support veterans" sticker on their website and maybe show up in an event or two, but it's ingrained in the culture here. And to receive this type of recognition from folks who know is just, it lets us know that we're moving in the right direction, that we're doing the right things, and that we're demonstrating that we can put our money where our mouth is when it comes to supporting our veterans.
Excellent. And you've mentioned that StaffMark serves as a resource for the veteran community to thrive. Can you expand a little more on what that means in practice?
Well, so through our RGF Connect initiative, which is a broader social impact initiative that our parent company RGF Staffing has going on across the globe, what we do here at StaffMark Group with the veteran community is we partner with organizations like, here in Cincinnati, Easter Seals Redwood,
Mhm.
Blue Star Families, and we tailor
Sure.
programming specifically to the needs of the veteran populations they serve. And not only the veterans, the military spouses is another very important group to us. So some of the things that we've done in the past with that community is last year we partnered with Blue Star Families to do a webinar on how military spouses and the unique challenges that they face in the workforce, how we can how they can use AI and HI to find the right opportunities for the challenges that they face. Teaching them how to utilize that to, you know, find something, or how to articulate what their schedules may be, or some of the needs that they have as a unique workforce. And those are the things that we hear back on. We do training for job search, resume writing, mock interviews, things of that nature. We do them remotely, we do them in person with a variety of organizations. And, we go out to our clients. We're very intentional to let them know, hey, we have this great workforce. And if you look at the statistics, it's a higher educated workforce. There's stronger retention within this community on the job. There's
Mhm.
faster advancement within this community on the job. These are great employees. So we're very intentional in selling this workforce to our clients as a competitive advantage.
Absolutely. I think veterans possess some characteristics coming in that other people may not, really notice or see from
Yeah,
what
and
what they have to where they're going. Yeah,
absolutely.
absolutely.
And the great things is there are those intangibles. You
Mhm.
can teach people to run a machine, you can teach people to do almost anything, but you can't teach them to be on time. You can't teach them to work well with others. You can't teach them to be nimble on their feet and be able to multitask. These are all things that are ingrained in those who serve the country. This is what you do daily in that role. So to bring that into the civilian workforce, it's a big miss if you're not recruiting from the veteran community.
I'm
That's
so
what we
glad
say.
you said that. I'm so glad you said that because a veteran hearing this doesn't even realize the potential he has coming in.
I know I
And so,
didn't.
yeah. And
Yeah.
look at where you are now and what you're doing. What do you most want our readers, especially the veterans that are in the transitioning service members right now, to know about StaffMark Group?
That we're here to support you. We're here to plug you in, not only with our clients, but with a broader network. One of the great things about the veteran community is they talk. And so, if we get a candidate and we might not have the right opportunity, we're connected to a host of other organizations who place the same significance on supporting this community as we do. And we're happy to share. Um, we're a full service resource. If there's anything you need, we've connected candidates of ours to VA services, to other nonprofits for needs or challenges they're experiencing. We partner with organizations who focus on supporting those with PTSD and making sure that they get the treatment. So we are here to help. We're here to support, and please reach out anytime. And even if it's something beyond finding a job, if there's any way that we can support you, that's what we're here for.
Outstanding. Thank you so much, Matthew, for all that you've shared and all that you've done and are doing. And I know you're going to do even greater and bigger things. I appreciate your time, and I really appreciate your insights and passion that you shared in supporting our veteran community. And it's clear what you're doing is a reason why you are a top veteran employer. And I just want to commend you and support you in all your efforts leading forward. Thank you
I
so much for your
appreciate that.
time today.
Thank you. Thank you
Excellent.
for your time and for the recognition. It means a lot.
Absolutely. I wish you the absolute best.
Likewise.